A sitting U.S. president may be the most powerful person in the world, but if history is anything to go by, it's relatively cheap to impeach him.
A resolution impeaching William Jefferson Clinton, President of the United States, for high crimes and misdemeanors.
5 months of work on former President Bill Clinton's impeachment case cost just $1.2 million.
I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never.
That was in 1998. Adjust for inflation, and President Donald Trump's proceedings would clock in just shy of $2 million. Of course, there are other economic indicators to consider, like the stock market.
I had no prior knowledge of the Watergate break-in.
During the inquiry into President Richard Nixon, who stepped down before being formally impeached, the markets tanked. It was the exact opposite for Clinton. During his proceedings, the S&P 500 jumped over 25%. But experts say this has more to do with the state of the economy than impeachment.
In the case of Nixon, you had interest rates going through the roof. It was a very difficult time economically. And then fast forward, if you will, to the Clinton impeachment proceedings, and you had just the opposite. You had a very positive economy, good corporate earnings.
Markets once again appear to be focusing on the economy, largely shrugging off the inquiry. The bigger question is whether impeachment, which is further dividing an already divided Congress, could spill over into policymaking.
Come to order.
Potentially undermining economic policies needed to create sustained growth in the U.S.
For example, infrastructure spending bill. That's something that the United States needs desperately. But now it's so divided, the Congress is so divided, that I don't believe that there's even a little bit of a chance for this bill to pass.
Some have questioned whether impeachment could influence trade policy, something Trump has tight control over. Right now, though, it appears a slowdown in U.S. growth is a bigger motivation to close a deal with China than the impeachment inquiry.
Is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So
at this stage, few believe Trump will be shown the door, much like Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton were impeached but not removed from office. But if it were to happen, experts say it wouldn't jeopardize this country's status as a financial safe haven.
Medium to long-term investment opportunities in the United States, the perception of foreign investors, I don't think it's going to change. But if that happens and the president is indicted, there's going to be an immediate impact on the stock market.
But even these knee-jerk reactions have a way of working themselves out, keeping the cost of impeachment to a minimum.